ready to cross the Golden Gate Bridge, and I got a really important thought to get out today and a great story for you guys. But I want you to watch the view in the background on this side as we get on back into the city through Marin County. All right, this is Gavin Mehl coming at you. I got a story for you. Back in 2008, gosh, it's been 10 years now, and I had this incredibly fantastic, words can't quite describe this stripper roommate at the time. A girl, and she was crazy, and she caused a lot of drama, with me in my house, and the same house that I'm in there that you've seen with the pool, and I had a girlfriend at the time, and it was just a lot of drama, and so she was doing these crazy things, and she got herself in trouble, and put herself, somebody had put her on the Dirty, this magazine. No, it was it was an online magazine. Check it out. See the gold? That's good vibes right there for you. It's really good vibes. I'm passing through the mouth of the Pacific Ocean into the bay between Marin and San Francisco on the Golden Gate Bridge. Beautiful stretch, one of the best in the world. She got herself in this trouble, and she gets posted on the Dirty magazine online. It was a big deal back in those days. I don't even know if it's still around, but it really got to me because she was living with me. And so people were telling me, and I was like really big into the scene back then, and going out and all, knowing everybody all over town, and being, just like a socialite everywhere I went. I was really conscious of my self-image. And so it got me super paranoid. I was like, oh my gosh, if she's going to be on this Dirty, I'm going to be on there, and then it's just going to ruin my reputation. What are people going to think of me? And I was really paranoid about this, right? Like just living in fear. It actually caused me to completely curl up in a ball and remove myself, not only from online, and I wasn't really online yet at all anyways, but remove myself from any pictures. I was like, okay, the Dirty magazine's going to be after me. They're going to want to put my picture on there, and no more pictures. Because it was a picture at my house that she was in with a bunch of people that I wasn't in, fortunately, that ended up on this website. Apparently it tripped me out. So I was like, I'm not going to be on there. No more pictures of me. So we'd go out in these social scenes, and I would dodge the camera. I'd have these great parties, dodge the camera. I'd have these world famous DJ over, Ferry Corson. It was a friend of mine. I wasn't even in the picture with him because I'm still paranoid about this stupid Dirty. The reason I tell you this is because this led me to becoming exactly what we joke about now, which is a freaking troll. Dude, yes, I was an invisible troll, trolling on people in videos, going on there. I had a little profile image. It was a heart with an arrow in it. It said LTD for living the dream. And I thought everybody knew me for that. For some reason, in my small-minded thinking at the time, I thought, everybody knows who that is. LTD, that's me. I didn't have a picture on there. I was a troll. Anonymous. Completely blank. So, the reason I tell you that is I feel like there's a good friend of mine now, Chandler, who I met actually on YouTube about a year ago. He keep a little view of San Francisco in the background there. So he calls me up today and lets me know that there was a guy trolling on one of my videos that he was kind enough to kind of let him know the truth about what was going on. I guess someone was saying that I was a loser or didn't have a job because on one of the videos, the Third Eye Blind video I did over the Golden Gate Bridge, I said that, hey, I haven't had a job in over 10 years. And that's true. I haven't had a job in over 10 years, but that's actually by choice. I get company offers all the time to get a job. I don't want a job. I decided never to have a job. I don't want a job, right? I am retired, not retired. I'm an entrepreneur, okay? I'm an entrepreneur. Make videos on YouTube. I'm a complete entrepreneur. I have passive income. So ultimately, financially free, but I want to help inspire others. And so the idea is that Chandler was kind enough to who really knows me as a person really well, and I was actually doing a lot of business with me, not directly, but on the same level, very similar things, especially dealing in digital assets. It's really nice to have someone out there who understands the truth on the other side of the camera and knows me as a person and also watches. You become what would say is an influencer, a YouTuber, you have these moments where trolls, which I was, they come and attack you, and they will bring you down, and they will find your weaknesses, and they could stop your momentum and completely get you offline. So it's a real thing, man. When it first started happening, I said, wow, this is crazy. In the very beginning, I was like, this is scary. You know, I was like, what's going on? It was just so, I thought it was bots. I thought it was computer bots. I'm like, this real people? I don't know. I don't exactly know what it is. I'm sure it's real people. A lot of them are, some of them aren't. But having someone there on the other side who actually understands you and helps to give like that perspective in a truthful way is invaluable. So I want to say thank you to him, to Chandler. You know, there's a number of you other guys out there who are in the same boat who I know really well on a personal level as well. So thank you for that. You know, but I want to say that I am not here looking for validation. Okay, so I'm past the point of like trying to get someone else's validation that I don't know to get them to like me. That's not the idea of me making these videos at all. But I do want you to understand that I was that guy who was trolling 2008, 2009, all the way until 2014. It took me until 2014 until I reworked up the courage that I'd been hiding behind the image of a heart shape with an arrow in it that said LTD as a troll, hiding in there, to then finally coming out again and becoming who I am, becoming the real me, showing the true colors of who I am and not holding back, even in the beginning when nobody saw. It was like a total transformational effort for me. And so just the reason I tell you this story is because, you know, you could be that one person out there for somebody else like Chandler was for me, but this guy really helped to like lift me up when somebody else was trying to tear me down. You could be that same person for someone else, and you may make all the difference in the world, especially for a young person. People are in high school, college age, really young. You could be very impressionable, and it's important that we lift each other up. You know, when I see trolls and I make a comment or I respond back, I do it in kind, in usually a funny way, like a trolly way. Like it is funny to me. I laugh about it, but I also laugh because I remember being that guy. So I know that there was hope for me to turn around and become a better person and to actually begin to give my gift to the world. Because you got to really think about it on a much bigger macro scale of why you're really here. Why are we here, Gavin? What's our real purpose in life? Well, I believe our real purpose in life is to find and give our gift. We all have a gift inside. Something that we're good at. Not only something that we're good at, but something that we are the best at. And most of us don't know what that is. And that's okay. But the best part about it is that we just try. We start to try to give our gift, and it actually starts to come out, and we start to identify what it is by just taking the action, you know, of beginning to give it. And I'm not saying give your gift on YouTube. I would love it if you did. I mean, I think everyone should get on YouTube. There's another 4 or 5 billion people coming online right now. It's the biggest movement of people in an economy ever in history. Huffington Post says, I've talked about it many times before in the past, but that doesn't have to be your gift. Your gift can be many other things. But the key is that, like, when I started of coming out of my shell as a troll and coming forward, it was the beginning of me to identify my gift and to begin to share it. And that is really what I believe the true meaning and purpose of life is we look back and we say, wow, I gave something of value, my gift. I left an impression on at least one person out there. One person out there had their life changed and was better because of me. That's a big deal. Just one person. I mean, it could be a million people. It could be a movement. It could be an entire planet. I mean, I'm just saying, but if you think about it, even if it's just one, and that's important to you, enough to you to make a difference, to share your gift. It's very motivating. If you think it's funny to troll, leave comments, say negative things, leave hate. It's okay. I was that same guy. And one day somebody helped pick me up from the dumps, lift me up, believed in me, and said that I could do it. Maybe it was just a little voice on my shoulder. Maybe it was just an invisible mentor, an imaginary mentor called Dr. Hill, and he believed in me. Maybe that's all you needed, sometimes. It's that one person, even if it's just in your imagination. That one person believes in you. I'll leave you with a quick story here, and it's from the great Think and Grow Rich, the almighty Napoleon Hill. Very, very early days, before he had the confidence enough to share the real truth of the matter. He told the story of someone that he knew that did this, even though it ended up being him. He said that he knew of a very fond young man who would go to sleep every night and have a meeting with what he called his imaginary counselors. His imaginary counselors in his mastermind. And he picked 8 of the most influential men in history to him that made the biggest impact on his life, and he would have a nightly meeting. He says that he would meet with these imaginary counselors of these masterful men that he looked up to, and he would hope to acquire some of their traits and qualities he would have. It was his mastermind. And then these men would help lift him up and begin to develop and nurture his character, even though he didn't know them in person. The only one he ever knew in person was Mr. Edison. And Mr. Carnegie, of course, who had been passed away. But Mr. Edison was still alive, and he came up to Mr. Edison one day and he said, Thomas Edison, of course, and he told Thomas Edison, Mr. Edison, he actually had a dream one night in one of his imaginary counselors, and he had a dream where Abraham Lincoln, which was one of the men, came to him in a dream and told him if he did not go after his purpose in life, like with all he had, just give it all he had, that he would be brought back down to the lowest life form species on the planet, like an insect. He would be reincarnated as an insect. This is a dream that he had, and he woke up in the middle of the night in just a fear of sweats. What the heck? Because he wasn't sure if he was imagining it or if it was a dream. It ended up being a dream. So he goes to Mr. Edison. Mr. Edison was still alive at the time. He tells Thomas Edison of this fantastic, just uneasy dream of seeing Abraham Lincoln, saying that he's going to become an insect if he doesn't go after his purpose with all his might. And Mr. Edison just says, your dream was more real than you may believe. And he left it at that. So, go after your dream, guys. Don't ever let a troll like me hold you down. And thank you, Chandler, for being the guy that's there to help pick me up and say that I can do it. Because that's all we need to hear sometimes. All right, bro. That's it. Another day in paradise. Gavin Mehl coming at you, bro. Living the dream for real this time. Not just a freaking troll back in 2008 like I was before. Now I'm the real thing. And I'm proud to be me. And I love me for me.